Hi everyone, Melanie here. Thought I'd give you a quick update on how my pilot programs are going. Firstly, we'll talk about the menopause weight loss one, because we've got an individual session and 2 group coaching sessions under our belt, and we've had a bit of feedback. So from my personal experience of the session, it's worked really well. And something that I've done with my colleague that I'm working with is to have a reflection at the end of each session to say, how did we go? What worked? What do we need to do differently? So that's been really helpful. And we've actually learned some things along the way about where to spend more or less time. For example, we had done a little bit of explaining about a couple of the quizzes and things that we used. And probably we could have done less of that and had more time letting the clients speak about their experience or their interpretation of things. So that was really helpful. Also, we got the feedback from the clients in that situation from the first week. And it was really interesting that we saw one person said they wanted to hear more about our stories and our experiences with using this platform and wanted a bit more discussion. And they also picked up a few things that we'd missed in an intro explainer video about using the platform. So in other words, the questions that we got helped us to go back and refine what we were doing at the beginning of the program. And the feedback that we've got have helped us understand what we need to do more of or less of in the session. That was really helpful. Another thing that's really interesting that's come up is that the 3 people in this pilot program all seem to have similar goals and similar obstacles and challenges, which is really interesting. So the demographic that we're looking at, no matter what they're doing in their lives and why they came to this program, it's actually all about making more time and space for themselves. And they use slightly different words to describe it, which I would use in the marketing of this going forward. Their words, not mine. But it's really interesting to see the alignment and that they're really listening to each other's stories and resonating with them. I guess another thing that's been really useful is that I'm not much of a Facebook group kind of person, but we decided that in case these people needed support, they could reach out to us between sessions, and we set up a WhatsApp chat group and said, look, if we need to communicate anything in between, or if you want to ask questions, we'll jump in there. And that was easy because it wasn't needing to show up and hang around in groups all day. Or there's no onus on people to be posting all the time. And it was separate from their emails, which they liked. And it's really interesting to see that they're jumping into that group and supporting each other. So I love that we created that. It's not a flurry of activity, but I love that we created that WhatsApp group. We asked them how they'd like to connect. We gave them the option and they chose that, but that they're actually not asking us questions as much as supporting each other and cheering each other on. And I think that's a big benefit of having a group, but also having some facility for the group members to connect between sessions. So that was some wins and some learnings from that one. For the one that we're doing in mining, we haven't had much progress because everyone's been so busy and we haven't actually started that yet. We're trying to get a lot of people in different places all into the one place to do an initial training session before they start, which is challenging because they're all over Australia and working different shifts. So we'll see how that one goes, but there's some lessons in logistics for us there, because if you plan everything too tightly with a group like that, potentially it's going to blow out your timelines. So there's lots to think about in terms of pulling people together and whether that's absolutely necessary. In this case, it is, because they need to learn some particular skills that they might use. But that's a whole other type of pilot program. Anyway, just sharing some insights. Hope they're useful. See you soon. Bye.